Good morning. I guess instead of Mike's Bites this morning, it is Mike's Kitchen. So what I'm doing, and I've already started, that burned just a little bit, sorry. I'm in the process of making a mess, not only making a mess, but making a mess of vegetarian lasagna. I really like lasagna. And though I'm not a vegetarian, I don't eat a lot of meat. So tomorrow I'm going to go do some stuff on the other side of Brisbane, towards the Gold Coast. And one of the things I will do is stop by, where'd my button go? Stop by and see Two and Iffy, and I love feeding people. So I'll take a tray of lasagna down for their family, and then I'll make another tray here for our family, and tomorrow I'm gonna see the Big G. And Big G always eats well, so I'll cook a fair bit, and I'll share it around as I travel, so we'll see where we end up. It's happening. We have the tomato-based sauce doing its thing. I'm going to cover it in a minute. I'm going to talk about beans. Any store, they're common as they can be. Beans. This is a 375 gram. Is that a pound? About a pound's worth of red beans. You soak them and cook them, or because I know these are good beans, they're fresh, I just cook them. So I put them in a pan and boil them for a couple hours. And then they come out nice and soft. Now, one of the tricks with beans is make them soft. If you want them for a salad, you keep them a little bit harder, but this is going in as in lasagna, so this is my meat. And then when you're done, drain them and shake them and get rid of all the little pieces. Make them as clean as possible. The better your preparation, the better your end result. So, red beans, a shitload of veggies, all chopped up with a tomato sauce in a big ass pot. So that's my sauce. It's a little bit thick right now. Normally if I was using meat, I'd use like a stock. But I'm not using a meat, so I won't use a prepared stock, but I will come to vegetable stock cubes. So just to give it that liquid it needs, rather than just putting water in and kind of detracting from the flavor. I'll take these stock cubes, do what my mother used to always do, but I'll use a glass. I use filtered water to do this. I'm going to put those in here and help them dissolve a little bit. So we're not in a hurry, we got a lot of time. So we'll set that in there and assist that in becoming a broth, and then I'll add more water and we'll put that in there. But so as we stand, what on the recipe would be called the meat sauce is looking pretty damn good. it's a full tub of beans and veggies and tomato stuff. So that's going to be very good. I haven't tasted it yet, but I will. I'll just see what sort of flavors we have there. Pretty tomatoey, pretty tangy, but that'll all mellow out. Tastes like lasagna. Yeah, I think we're pretty well on the track to it. I'm gonna let that cook for a while, and I'm gonna start the white sauce. All right, I got out of Gracie's way, and what I've done is put my first layer of bean sauce, layer of pasta, layer of white sauce. I keep the white sauce thin. It'll bake and create a flavorful barrier there. So, two ways to cook lasagna. One is to see how many layers you can get in, which is kind of a fun game. The other is to just make it thick with fewer layers, which is probably the best way to do it. So this is one layer done, 2 layers. The pan is not the exact right size, so we'll break a piece and get it in there. Just like that. More white sauce. So my oven's hot. I use about 180 C, which I think is about 250 Fahrenheit. So I might do one more layer and then top it. So this is the 2 and iffy one. So this is 100% unadulterated vegetarian with a recipe, no less, something I don't do very often. Yeah, I might top it after this. That looks good. Sauce. Now this will be our last one, so I'm going to put it on kind of thick. We won't go with another layer of pasta. So you end up with a lot of food, really. This is a shitload of food. A bunch of beans, a bunch of veggies, a bunch of pasta. So we're done there. So what I want to do is be artistic with this. We want that to look nice when we're done. Sort of like something your grandmother would do, because women got it right. They knew that meals had to be tasty and visually pleasing. Sort of like the way a car or a motorcycle is really cool if it sounds great. So we've got that. So when I have a bag of pre-shredded Parmesan cheese that we'll use, oops. Almost there. Now on this one, what I wanted to do was do a little bit of garnish with fresh from the garden tomatoes. So I don't know how many I have, so I'll try to make them look balanced. That's good. Just to put those on top, and then we'll take some of these chives. Fresh from the garden as well. Cut them up and then use them because then they'll be very flavorful. Smell good. So we'll do the chive sprinkle. And there you have it. One ready for the oven. Pan of Mike's Veggie Lasagna. Leave it in there till it's brown, probably 40-50 minutes, and we'll see where we are.